Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm in Dallas at the Global NaaS Event. And today I'm joined by Bertrand Buclin. He's the Head of International Infrastructure at AT&T. Bertrand, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you, Isabel, for welcoming me.
So Bertrand, people have been talking about LSO APIs this week. How is LSO APIs transforming the global infrastructure?
LSO APIs are a necessary element of the new fabric of on-demand services for telecom carriers. And so AT&T has been leading the way in developing the technology and driving the adoption among our peers in the industry. It is important for us to do that because it helps us obviously reducing our cost of operation. It helps us meeting the demand of our customers who want to have more and more on-demand type services, and the only way you can do that is by implementing the necessary automation. And how do you implement the automation is through APIs, and that's the value of the effort here is responding to the customer demand.
Okay. So what are the key benefits of using LSO APIs?
So what is interesting with the LSO API, unlike other set of APIs, which are like the TM Forum APIs, is that we as a MEF community are agreeing on the use case together. It's a collaborative exercise. It's an exercise where we all agree on how we want to use those APIs. We agree on the payload of the APIs, i.e. what we're describing, and we make sure that we speak the same language. We're all serving customers that are all operating in the footprint of multiple operators. So if we want to make sure that things are working properly, then we have to make sure that we're speaking the same language, that we are understanding what we're asking of each other so that we can build a uniform solution that is actually meeting what the customer wants. There are other API frameworks out there which are very successful in the market, which we are using massively in the consumer environment, for example. But what we typically build in the consumer environment is something which is fit for the product and the marketing within the footprint of that consumer operator, right? You don't necessarily need to worry that it is compatible with what your neighbor or your competitor is building because we are all within our footprints. With the LSO API, what we're trying to do is make sure that across all the operators, we have a common definition. So that if we cannot deliver something ourselves because it's not our footprint, we can turn to our friends and suppliers in the industry and say, I need this from you, can you please deliver? And they will understand what we need, it speeds things up and allows the automation on a global basis.
And how is AT&T implementing LSO APIs in its own strategy?
So we decided to implement it starting from the inside first. What I mean is we believe the end game is that a customer wants to have the end-to-end automation. We can only get to that end-to-end automation if we ourselves automating our internal processes and our internal way of doing things. And then we're turning to our suppliers and automate with them. We're carefully selecting the suppliers that are automating already that piece. If someone is just adopting the API so that they speak the same language to us, but they don't translate that API into actual automation within their systems, things are not going to work and we will not be delivering the promise made to our customers. So we made it sure that on our side, internally, we are adopting the API principles. We've built our system stacks accordingly so that we have a highly efficient and automated environment that is leveraging the LSO technology already inside for our own use. And so that is what is giving us an advantage and allows us to now go, full speed and work with everyone who's adopting the technology as well. We're soon going to have onboarded 100% of the carriers that are using the LSO APIs for delivering Ethernet services. And we're very actively working in the community to stimulate others to also do that, because what they all see is that once you've adopted the APIs, then actually business is flowing more smoothly, and people that are finding it easier to click their buys than having to sign a contract. So that's what the API gives us. It stimulates, the ease of doing business, therefore drives more business, makes our customers happy, and at the end of the day, a happy customer is buying.
So you're leading by example.
We're trying to, absolutely.
Bertrand, merci pour une super entrevue. Thank you for a great interview.
Thank you very much for having me.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next HOTShot.